Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I talk about so many different things
How you
related to
been?
life and living and
What's
spoken word,
going
unspoken
on?
authority, unneeded
What's
keywords
good?
and stories are often.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check it out.
Somebody
There's an
getting it
open
for
mic
you?
night too, so welcome
What's
to
going
Where Podcast
on,
Clubhouse.
people?
Follow me on Instagram, see you
Subscribe
around.
to my channel.
What's going on, people? It is the day of another day that we call Wednesday. And with it being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, knocking on doors and making your dreams come true, and practicing ignore. Now, this subject I do not want to talk about once again. I hate doing this story only because of the topic at hand, and I kind of wish that it caught this much airplay as far as when a transgender woman is murdered and stuff. People really see the outpour of her being murdered, and it goes this long. You know, it's a strange thing in the world we're living in. That here it is, we have a man that's Jussie Smollett is living the life of a transgender woman without being trans. And when I say that, that means that he's being judged, he's being accused. Even though he told the story how it went down, the backlash is starting to be like it's all his fault and stuff like that. This is the thing. I'm a little in my feelings, so I'm trying to work these. I'm working me here. I'm trying to talk to you without cursing because that's not what I do. Okay. Now, the two reports, of course, of the two black guys that's basically supposed to be from Nigeria, Ola and Abel, or something like that. Now, the thing about it with them is that they're supposed to be reputable actors that was on the Empire show. And the thing about it is that they were the guys who basically was found back in, I guess, Nigeria, where they were from, and basically they were brought back into question and stuff like that. And then, after being brought back in footage and stuff like that, and remind you, this is sources. This is not reality as far as we know this. This is sources. Sources says, not the cops, not the Empire. Sources. So they've been brought back and stuff like that. They were for questioning and back and forth with that. Then it was the thing as far as being, they were from the States. They're from, where is this incident happened? In Chicago. Where these two guys are from? Chicago. Let's think about this. Birth certificates from Nigeria, United States, Jussie Smollett, actor. Some of you say, well, what do you mean? Birth certificate. Who do you know always complain about birth certificate? Are you from this state birth certificate? This is what my personal opinion. Due to the fact that he went after the top dog, which is Trump, I first said before, you got to pick your battles wisely. He went after him, basically with the tweets and stuff like that, and my personal opinion is, not saying Trump saying this by no means, but there are people that's going to see these tweets and stuff like that, whether it's MAGA, they call it MAGA, Make America Great Again, they said it's like a hat for the Ku Klux Klan, allegedly that's what they're saying it is, so it's kind of like when you say it's like a secret code, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but a lot of games got secret codes and stuff like that, but it's a secret code that's going to be shared around America without them even knowing that's going on. That's my opinion. Now, when they hear that, they know to jump in the response and try to get things up on the plane. Now, the thing about it, the world we're living in now, there are a lot of things that can happen where people won't even know that it's actually happening. Now, here it is, two guys that's supposed to be Nigerian. My personal opinion, they said if you with this story that's going on now, if you say that he set it up, he basically called the cops. Jussie called the cops to rehearse before they did it, and this is allegedly, once again, this is not proven, this is allegedly, because this is what everybody's going on for these days. A source that says, I'm going to give y'all birth certificates. In other words, I'll give you birth certificates that say that you were here born in Chicago. I find it amazing how they were born in Chicago, Nigerian men. But anyway, not saying you can't be Nigerian and born in Chicago for the people that's looking for anything you can find. But I found it amazing that they were actors, so basically if they could get their say this birth certificate and stuff like that, and basically by them being actors and you were actually on a set with Jussie Smollett, I could get y'all to host the story a little bit. This is speculation once again, because we're going off the sources. I haven't heard anything from the two guys. I haven't heard anything from the two guys at all. I haven't really heard anything from Jussie Smollett after the fact. But I do believe this is coming from a higher up thing. Now this is the thing that gets me the most. The reason why I'm doing this video is because there were gay guys stuff like that decided to want to destroy him and stuff like that. And I find it amazing, not just being gay, straight men too as well. Remember the thing about the cops that framed people that was going on? Remember about the little kids that were selling lemonade, getting the cops calling on them? Remember the woman that caught the cops on the black people having barbecues? I find it amazing how y'all forgot all this stuff that the cops do. In case you don't know, in the world we live in, there is a thing called corrupt cops. And I wish that cops that's work in Chicago, I wish they sort of go feedback and find out what's really going behind the scenes. The cops in Chicago, I wish they'd go behind the scenes and find out if there is somebody that's working within the organization that's helping to try to bring Jussie down. Because that's what the thing is about. It's not even about Jussie being a victim or something. It's about to bring him down. They're going to find stuff on his past that's having to do with court records. They're trying to find anything they can to destroy him. The whole objective is to destroy the victim. And the bad part about it is, y'all don't even see that. They're doing it right in front of your eyes. They're using the will and live syndrome as far as the light-skinned blacks against the dark-skinned blacks. And people don't even realize how something that could be so powerful that's working right there in front of your very eyes. It amazes me how people forget about the fact that there are cops in the world that are crooked. There are people that has children that are black little boys that go to this tell their parents, that tell the little boys, before you go outside and the cop stops, you supply, obey, submit to whatever he asks you to do and just do it. And we watch countless videos of them being shot down, and we watch them being murdered and stuff like that, and y'all seem to close your mind to all that stuff like that. By no means this is a bash cops video, because I have cops as friends. I love cops, I have no problem with them, but I have to call the thing a thing. There is imperfection in anything. Nothing is perfect. There's nothing perfect with anything we live in. But in my personal opinion, there were corrupt cops. There were two that was there, and basically got some way to make sure the real video is not being put out. Y'all getting fake videos and fake stuff. That's the reason why Jussie doesn't want to come forward, and he wants the FBI, because he kind of, my personal opinion, he knows that corruption is happening there. But y'all so busy to say, well, Jussie lied. These two guys are credible. Y'all going on sources. This is not even come from the two guys. This is sources. And it amazes me how y'all can throw somebody away so fast, so quick. Some of y'all don't give a damn, because you'll throw anybody away. You'll throw your mother away. But at the end of the day, I find it amazing when you're a gay person that sit back, you want to just shoot him down. And the thing about it is, you know how it works. Well, 2 o'clock in the morning, he must have been getting traded. Y'all going to do anything y'all going to do. I tried to fight for a guy that's been in jail for fighting back against 2 gay guys. Now, he got jumped by 2 gay guys. He's in prison, they're not. Now imagine, you're a black guy, one black guy get jumped by 2 white gay guys, and you ended up in prison for fighting back. I tried to talk to people that got the black guys that were gay, was like, well, he got what he deserved. Now here it is, one guy fighting against 2 men that were gay. Wasn't like a family, but clearly we're not, we're flawed. And the thing about it is that he sit in prison, Dana is in prison now, because of something fighting back, but none of them did an outcry on that. They didn't care. And the thing about it, I did a story about a trans woman being murdered. They still don't even care. And they don't even get airplay. We just get brushed underneath the rug and said we don't even exist. We're out here fighting for the rights and cause stuff like that. And I find it amazing how, not amazing because I'm not shocked, and I know you're not shocked as well. Some of you may be, some of you not. But I find it amazing how people forget. You forget. Here it is, a man that's obviously being railroaded into something. It's being orchestrated by the cops. He's being attacked by the cops. And y'all sit back saying, well, they got sources, they got sources. Who are these sources? If I'm trying to destroy you, I could say anybody's sources. What sources said? Sources started up the Star Magazine. That's why the Star Magazine, I don't know if it's still in business now, but a lot of that stuff has happened from sources, and it was not accurate information, but y'all taking a run with it, because it's like, we found something to try to destroy him, instead of you saying, you know what, we're going to wait and see what happens, because we know how all the people that's been murdered, Sandra Bland being hung inside of jail, Aaron Hernandez being hung, and so many things that's happened, that y'all know happened. Y'all act like you want to close your eyes to it. Wakika Jenkins, Wakika, I think it's Wakika Jenkins, Wakika John, I forget her name, but hung inside of jail. Y'all forget about all this stuff. 2 black men on the time. I did a story about this long, but before you go back and check, when I did the Jussie Smollett thing. But I found it amazing that y'all forget about that police corruption does exist. When they want to get off, the funny thing about it is that we know that there's behind the scenes stuff that we know Trump is in office. We know that there is something going on behind the scenes. There are a lot of black men that are missing. There are 64 black women. There's 64,000 black women that are missing. But y'all don't care. It's funny, so much material out here. That's what's happening to us. But when you see one of your own happening, instead of you saying, you know what, y'all trying to lynch him right in front of our eyes, y'all going on to lynch him. You know, it's amazing because even in Central, I think it was the Central 5, the guys that basically was, they said they raped the woman and stuff. They found that was not true. That person that said that she was raped and stuff, they found that wasn't true. It wasn't a big report. It's about that. And the thing about it is you're here, you're watching something that's happening right before your very eyes, and everybody keeps saying the same old thing. Something just don't feel right about this. Something just don't feel right about it. And then y'all just change your mind just that quick. If something doesn't feel right about it, maybe because something is not right about it. Maybe you're watching someone, you're watching a man being rebelled into something he did not do. And basically he told you what happened to him. It's kind of like even with the Cosby thing. It took like a bunch of women to finally get somebody to say, well, maybe. It amazes me. It amazes me. Someone saying they felt uncomfortable. They felt like it was just, it didn't feel right in their spirit that what was happening to him and stuff like that. And then I watched the video of the same person saying, well, you know what, now I believe them because they got evidence. And then I checked to see the evidence and it says, sources says. Sources could be anybody. Sources who got Emmett Till lynched. Sources, a lot of people that got killed. And even click back over to the trans murders I've done. I've done tons and tons and tons of trans murders. I've never watched an outpour of their lives. I haven't even seen people even talk about it on the news. Just imagine if this whole conversation was about the trans women being murdered and that whole conversation was about positivity, they probably were trying to find one better. But the sad part about it is, Jason's getting a chance to see what we go through. We're murdered. Now, he can tell his story. He's not murdered. Thank God for that. And the thing about it is that we're murdered. Now, we're dead. That gets nothing else from that. And we're murdered. Then we get to watch society. When I say he gets a chance to like to be us, we get told, well, what did you do? What did you have on? You tricked him. You did something. The same way they doing him. Well, y'all tricked. Well, at first we was on his side, but now we're not because of evidence. Y'all going off of sources. You ain't going off of evidence that's come from Jussie Smollett. Oh, you're not going for evidence that some of this stuff is not coming from police. Y'all going off evidence off of websites that basically want the click. They want the click. They want the views. So I'm going to say this, I'm going to say. There are tons of websites out here that's got fake news. Tons of them. And y'all go on the sources, stuff like that. Even though you hear people say 1,000 times, well, many of you know, and some of y'all don't give a shit. Tell you tons of times. Sources. Sources could be anybody. Sources have locked a lot of black men behind jail. A lot of black men has done time. The only way men have gotten out of jail from prison is from DNA. There are so many black men that are incarcerated right now, and probably some white men, period. But let's stick on black because, you know, it is what it is. That didn't commit the crime. Not saying they all perfect, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of them that didn't do the crime, but they was framed. They were framed. Khalif, the boy that got locked up in Rikers Island for 3 years, being jumped and beaten on, I think 3 or 2 years. NEW's got a court case of it that being beat on even by the security guard. Well, I can say allegedly, but I saw him being beaten in the video myself. And the thing about it is that he committed suicide. I just find it so sad, it's disheartening when here it is a person that sits there saying, I told them the truth, I don't know what these guys are talking about. Because they've been coerced. And y'all don't know what coerced means? That's called interrogation. Interrogation means I'm going to beat your ass until you finally admit to what I want you to admit to. Did you do this? Did you do this? And the thing about it is, we need somebody that's the cops that's on the inside that's going to blow this whole thing out. We need another Colin Kaepernick inside the inside. And I said, listen, I don't use Colin Kaepernick because you see how they did him. Yeah, you see how I did, but if we need more. We need more Colin Kaepernick. We need a bunch of people that's going to stand up and do the right thing. Because we're watching a man being railroaded into something, and it's being orchestrated right before your eyes, and you know the cops are doing it, and y'all sit back just signing on, well, the cop said this, the cop said that. And like I said before, not everything is coming from the cops. A lot of stuff is coming from websites. They didn't even say it. Y'all just running with stuff, and y'all running with stories, and y'all just believe it. Jussie said he stuck by the story. The two guys that came across, they said he was from Nigeria. Then the story went back, they was born in Chicago. I want birth certificate. I want a birth certificate that's old. I want a birth certificate that's brand new. I want a birth certificate. That's what little Jussie Smollett look. They need to go check to see birth certificates that are not brand new, that are old, and to find out if this is what this being paid to get them coerce their story. Just my personal opinion. I'm just saying. I have trust issues. I know you said maybe you don't trust somebody. No, I do not, because I watch a lot of stuff that happens, and the sad part about it is people are so ready to take. And that's, listen, by no means I'm attacking cops. I have no problem with cops. Stuff, and there's a way you just said no. I have no reason to against cops, because a lot of my good friends are cops. A lot of my best friends are cops. So the thing about it is that I'm not on that side as far as shoot the police, all that kind of stuff. That's not me. That's your thing. That's where you're at. That's fine. But you have to understand, there are good people everywhere. And when I say that, means all across the spectrum. I mean black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Jamaican, whatever the case may be. There are good people everywhere, and there are bad people everywhere. Everybody's not perfect. But my problem is that it was a gay guy that basically said, well, he did it. I'm upset. He didn't say he did it. You went up for sources, and you put stuff down there that says, so, sources said. Who are these sources? Anyway, like I said before, there are a lot of black men that's been locked up off of sources. They did DNA and found out that there's a whole bunch of them out. Had a little hope a bunch of them out. When will y'all wake up? The only thing y'all can, this thing that gets me is that when black people hang a tree, y'all pay that no mind. But then they do the, what's that, the Panther, Black Panther. Y'all want to watch that, you want to get dressed all up to go watch a movie. That's a Marvel comic. It amazes me how y'all pick and choose what y'all want to stand behind and what y'all don't want to stand behind. It amazes me, but anyway, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I want to hear your feedback on this. Like I said before, you can say we could agree to disagree. Just don't call me on my name and stuff like that, because I do attack back. But you can say, you know what, man, I disagree with you. I believe that I believe what the sources said. I believe what the cops. I believe, and that's fine. That's fine, because you're entitled to that. That's why I make the video, so we can agree to disagree. But just don't be calling me on my name and all this extra stuff like that, because then that's at that point you're attacking me, and you're attacking me just because you don't agree with me. And when you attack me, I can attack back. You know, the thing about it, we have to create the conversation and understanding. The only way we can get an understanding of each other's point of view is the conversation. We don't have to call each other out each other's name in order to get the conversation going. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe to my channel. At the top there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I follow that. I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the rain.
All right, now come on, baby, let's go on Instagram. Woo. Like I said before, please subscribe to my channel. At the top there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow back. Click the notification bell. Love you. Love you.